guys, Edwin here of Realistic Entertainment, and today we're talking about the GuliKit Elves 2 gaming controller. Let's get into it. So I've been using this controller for maybe about 2 weeks now, and before we get into anything bad, let's just go ahead and get into a little bit of good first, and then we'll talk about the bad things that I experienced and everything else. So this is the Elves 2 controller by GuliKit. I think I'm pronouncing GuliKit correctly. And as you can see, it's definitely designed with Nintendo in mind. You see the plus button here, minus button here, your capture button here, gear button, and your home button. And this right here is your pair button. And you have your two joysticks here. And the D-pad is very, very good, very satisfying. Especially if you're playing fighting games, it works extremely well. And I think this controller overall is very well made. It kind of puts me in mind of a Sega Genesis. When I first opened this controller up, this is what it definitely put me in mind of. And it comes with a case for it, which is pretty cool. Then you have your top buttons here, pretty standard top buttons. And then you have your port for USB Type-C, which is great because I have a lot of those cables. And then on the back, you have something really cool. So you have a switch here. So you have your switch for Nintendo Switch, and that's for 1 or 2, Nintendo Switch 1 or 2. And you have a PC Switch, your Android, and iOS. So if you're playing on a Nintendo Switch, you can switch it here. Playing on a PC, switch it here. Playing on Android or iOS, switch it here. And if the controller is still active while your device is asleep, you can press the off button to turn it off. I really love that. So overall, I feel like this is a really good looking controller. I think it's very well made. It doesn't feel cheap. It does give you a bit of a premium feel. It has a nice weight to it and everything. So I think it's overall a good controller that they have created here. Now, as you can see, this device does look pretty good. When you're looking at it aesthetically, it's pleasing. The switch on the back is so good. I think that's a really good idea, because if you know me, I do not like to pair and unpair devices. Once I pair a controller to a console, I do not like to unpair it and move it to another console. I like for it to stay paired to that particular console. But by this device having a switch on the back, that's really cool. Now I don't have to worry about unpairing it. I can just turn the switch to PC or iOS or Android, or I can turn it to Nintendo Switch 2, and boom, it should just work, theoretically. Now, the problems I've had with this controller is that when I first got it, I paired it to my Nintendo Switch 2, and everything was fine. I was playing Metro Prime 4 Beyond, and that was one of the small things I noticed about this controller when I paired it, and when I was playing the game, when I morphed into the morph ball, Samus for some reason was just jumping up with the morph ball. I wasn't touching the controller was just stationary. It was idle. I wasn't touching it. I noticed, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so I got up, put the game on pause, got up, had to do some other things, and when I came back, if you leave your console stand idle for so long, it's gonna go to sleep. My console went to sleep, so did the controller. Now the instructions does say that this can wake up your Nintendo Switch 2. So I attempted to do that, didn't wake it up. It's like, okay, this is kind of weird. So I tried for a couple more times, turned it off, turned it back on, it didn't wake it up. So then I turned back on my Nintendo Switch 2, and then I turned my controller back on, and to see if it would wake it up. I was like, okay, it looks like this device has unpaired for my Nintendo Switch 2. So I was right, I turned it on, and I had to repair it. So that was the first red flag. I was like, okay, this is not making sense at all. For one, Samus morphed into a ball, kept jumping, didn't touch the controller. Now it won't recognize that it's still paired. It doesn't recognize it. So I had to repair it to my Nintendo Switch 2 console and put my Nintendo Switch 2 to sleep. Tried it again and it wouldn't work. So I was thinking like, okay, maybe there's a firmware update that I can apply to help it work. So I did that, and the instructions were fairly easy to do. I did it on my PC, and after it was done, I went back to try it again, turned off the switch, turned it back on, paired my controller, put it to sleep, and it still wouldn't work. So like, okay, this is just not working. I tried it on my PC to see if maybe it's just something going on my Switch. I don't know. Tried it on my PC. Same thing. So from that moment, I knew that, okay, this may be a faulty device, because when I plug it in USB, no problem. When I do it wirelessly, there's an issue. So I probably purchased maybe a faulty device. I read some things on Reddit, and other users had a similar experience. Some of them were able to get it to work. Some of them were not able to get it to work. Now, overall, when I'm playing it USB, it's no problem. But I didn't buy it for USB. I bought it, so I can play it wirelessly. At this time, I cannot recommend this controller because of the issues that I have seen with it. It's just, maybe I'm just one in a million or one in hundreds of thousands of people who purchased a faulty device. I'm not sure. But as far as what I can see and then reading threads on this, I don't recommend it. From here on out, I'm probably just gonna buy Nintendo controllers from here on out. At least I know if I do have an issue with them, I probably can call them to get it squared away. And I haven't called on GuliKit. I don't know how you pronounce that. I guess GuliKit. But I haven't tried to call them or try to get on their technical support chats or anything. But I may call them so I can see if I can get this fixed. Maybe the customer service is pretty good, I'm not sure. But at this time, guys, because it's been such a hassle with this controller, I would say just look somewhere else. I wouldn't recommend getting this controller at this time. The 8-bit do, I recommend those controllers, but I haven't tried their Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch 2. Haven't tried that yet, but that's on the to-do list. But at this time, I'm probably going to mainly pick up Nintendo Switch 2 controllers that are made by Nintendo, unless I see something that is pretty cool, like my RGB Edge Master controller. That device still works amazingly well. And this, don't get me wrong, this controller does work. When it works, it's a great experience, but afterwards, pairing and unpairing is something that I don't recommend, and I don't like it. It's just too much of a hassle when you've already done it. But if you have picked up this controller and you have had a similar experience, or if you had a great experience, let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, guys. Thank you for checking out this video. If you do enjoy videos like this, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, guys, I'll talk to you soon.